In this webinar, we will give you an overview of Google Apps for the small business. We will begin with an overview of the product, followed by a demo of what the product actually looks like, and finish up by telling you about what setup will entail. Alright, let's get started. To kick us off, let's start with the basics. Google Apps can sound like a pretty broad term, so let's go over what it actually is in the first place and what it can do for your company. First of all, we believe that Google Apps is where a growing business can really start to cultivate its online presence. We've seen that many growing small businesses either don't have their own domain or they're using a basic webmail client with limited functionality. Our core flagship product is Gmail at yourcompany.com, so there's no mention of Google or Gmail in the address. It allows you to have a cohesive system of communication and collaboration that connects all of your employees and allows them to work together. There's no hardware, software, or downloads, and minimal management, creating tremendous time and cost savings for your business. With 25 gigabytes of email storage per user, your users never have to worry about deleting messages again and can spend more time being productive. You can add your logo and your colors, and you can really create your own distinct email interface to your company. But something that's important to note is that Google Apps is not just email. It's a full suite of products, anchored by three key pillars. First, our messaging apps include Calendar and Talk, in addition to email. Second, collaboration apps include Docs, Sites, Groups, and Video. And finally, we also offer a platform for third-party applications through the Google Apps Marketplace, which we'll talk about more later, as well as Postini's security and archiving services. Our collaboration apps allow you flexibility and the ability to collaborate and communicate wherever you are. As a small business, we know many of you work from home or have employees and team members working away from the office. Collaboration today is hard, and we believe that it shouldn't be. With Google Talk and Google Docs, it doesn't matter where your colleagues are. You'll be able to work efficiently and together in real time. We'll show you how this works during the demo in a few minutes. Part of what enables you to collaborate so easily is that you can access Google Apps anywhere, anytime. All you need is an internet connection. Whether you connect via your home computer, work computer, or mobile phone, you have all your apps data at your fingertips. We can also sync your email, calendar, and contacts to all of your mobile devices, whether it's Android, BlackBerry, iPhone, or tablets. But it's not just the end users who need help. We know that the IT admins are struggling too. If you've managed a server or used an Exchange system, you've probably had to continuously install security patches, or you've probably waited while your server was down. And what about having to go through your inbox to clean out those spam messages? We don't want you to have to worry about spam messages clogging up your inbox, so we include our message security product in the core app suite. We also guarantee that Google Apps will be available 99.9% of the time. Your data will be stored simultaneously in multiple secure data centers, so if something were to happen to one, the others will ensure you have no interruption to service. And of course, if anything were to go wrong, we offer you 24/7 phone and email support. All of these factors make Google Apps suitable for businesses of all sizes. These big enterprise names have already gone Google. One of the most exciting things for small businesses is that you can run on the same solution that these large enterprises use every day. Motorola, with 40,000 users on apps, and the City of Los Angeles, with over 50,000 users on apps, are proof positive that this is truly an enterprise-grade solution. But it's an enterprise-grade solution that you can get without breaking the bank. We like to keep pricing simple, $5 per user per month, and no hidden startup fees or update fees. Feel free to replace seats as employees come and go, and set up aliases and nicknames for your department needs at no additional cost. $5 times the number of people in your company is all that you'll be paying. Hopefully by now you have a better sense of what Google Apps actually is. Now we'd like to tell and show you why Google Apps is the best messaging and collaboration solution for your business. First of all, you've probably interacted with Google through other products before you found apps, such as Google Search. So we think you agree that Google takes innovation very seriously. There were over 200 features added to apps in 2010 alone, and we're updating the product every week. Going through a web-based rather than a server-based product allows the user to take advantage of the scale and pace of the provider. You'll get updates and improvements as soon as they're ready. No action necessary on your part at all. The other thing that sets Google apart is that we offer all your computing functions in one place. The Google Apps Marketplace that we mentioned before offers hundreds of applications from third-party vendors that will integrate with your apps account. There are accounting and invoicing tools, project management tools, and customer relationship management tools, as well as many other categories that will enhance your app's experience. You log in one place and pay in one place. Your email address is no longer just for accessing email, but it's to access all of your computing tools right from within your browser. So now the question is, what does this really look like? When you hear about Google Apps, it might be difficult to grasp what the product actually means for the user and just how much more efficient and productive it will make your company. Let's take a look at our demo account. Let's play the role of a small catering business called AltoStrat. Start off by typing in a URL unique to our company, google.com/a/altostrat.com. Simply log in with your credentials to access your Google Apps for Business account. Now that we've logged in, we can see Joanne's inbox. If you already use Gmail for your personal use, you will be familiar with this interface. But let's briefly go through some of the highlights of your new Google Apps for Business inbox. First, notice that this inbox is branded with the AltoStrat logo. You'll be able to put your logo here as well as your corporate colors, to personalize the inboxes for your domain. You'll also note that you get to keep your current email address. There will be no mention of Google or Gmail anywhere in the address. Before we go any further with the inbox, let's look at Google Apps from the administrator perspective. Simply click on Manage this domain. Joanne is an administrator on this account, so she has access to the control panel for AltoStrat. Let's discuss a couple of the key components. First, the Organization and Users tab. This is your go-to place for adding and removing users, as well as viewing your current user accounts. You can see how much storage is being used in each of your users' inboxes, as well as how frequently they log into their account. It's very easy to add a user. Simply click Create a new user and type in the desired username. Now let's take a look at the Setup tab. Here you will find our Setup Wizard, which should be your first stop for customizable setup instructions. Choose the option that works best for you, and the wizard will accommodate your needs. Finally, let's look at the Support tab. This is where you will go to access our support team. As a Google Apps for Business customer, you have access to live phone and email support. Simply call the number or file a ticket using your customer and support pins. Let's go back to the inbox. You'll notice that every user receives 25 gigabytes of email storage. This means you can send as many attachments as you want and never really have to worry about storage quotas again. Chat is integrated right into the side of your inbox, so your colleagues are just a click away. If I wanted to ask Scott if he's at his desk, I can do this instantly by sending him a quick message. Feel free to video or voice chat with your colleagues as well. You'll also notice that our task list is ready for easy access and management. So now let's take a look at emails. I see I have an email from Justin about a possible pastry chef candidate. I can quickly add labels to organize it into folders. For example, this email pertains to recruiting in New York, so I can add a label for both of those things. So now when I click on the recruiting label, I can see everything pertaining to recruiting. Also, I can easily search for emails using the same Google search technology that made Google what it is today. Now let's take a look at Joanne's calendar. As a small business, AltoStrat employees need to wear multiple hats. Joanne likes to keep her team calendar separate from her individual calendar to keep events organized. She can quickly view all of her calendars in one place, as well as view her colleagues' calendars as well. By clicking on Scott's calendar, Joanne can easily find a time when they are both free to schedule meetings. Adding an event to Scott's calendar is very easy as well. Simply find a convenient time, add the event title, and then invite Scott to the event using his email address. This event will appear on both Scott and Joanne's calendars. As we mentioned before, a core pillar of the Google Apps suite is collaboration. Let's see firsthand how easy it is to work and collaborate with your colleagues in real time. Here we see Joanne's Google Docs list with recent documents Joanne has created either herself or have been shared with her. Joanne can easily organize her documents into content-specific collections, which function the same way as folders, to group documents relating to a particular project or group. We see here the July 4th offsite collection with all of the project documents, which is also listed along the side. Let's now take a look at one of Joe's current projects, building out the employee handbook for new hires to Autostrat. Sharing the document with her colleagues allows Joanne to get direct feedback in real time. We can grant edit or view-only access either to individuals, groups, the entire domain, or even publicly. Now that Joanne has shared the document with Scott, they can both edit this at the same time. There's embedded commenting that allows you to directly address certain people. Notice they each have a labeled cursor that follows their individual changes within a single document. When an issue has been worked out, the creator of the comment can resolve it. The document is automatically saving every few seconds. You can also do the same thing with your spreadsheets and presentations. Another tool in the Doc suite is Google Forms. Google Forms has easy-to-use templates to build quick surveys for both internal and external use. Whether you want to get a quick pulse on your colleagues' opinions or you'd like to conduct an in-depth survey, Google Forms is a powerful way to collect data and analyze it quickly. Here is a form with a few questions about the upcoming location of Autostrat's July 4th offsite. You can submit responses to the form. And then you can immediately see your answers populate the spreadsheet. At any time, you can easily and quickly view a summary of the responses. Within minutes, you can build a form and start to analyze responses to help inform your decision making. Now that you've seen firsthand what the Google Apps experience is all about, let's take a few minutes to talk about what signing up and setup will look like. First, you're going to sign up on our website, google.com/a. Note that this does not alter any of your current mail settings. In under 10 minutes, you'll be registered in our system and get access to your control panel. Then there are 3 primary components to getting set up. First, you need to verify to us that you own your domain name. This will require having access to your domain host, such as GoDaddy or Network Solutions. Second, we're going to add users, which you can do right from your control panel. And finally, you need to point your mail to Google. This is the part that will actually change your current mail settings and direct your mail to our servers instead. If this sounds confusing to you, don't worry at all. We have a deployment wizard that will walk you through all the steps. The instructions are written so you don't have to have any IT expertise. The wizard will help you decide which option is best for your data migration, as well as walk you through more advanced options like split or dual delivery if you want to test out apps with just a few users before switching over the entire account. We generally recommend that you set up your account in an afternoon and migrate your data overnight. In addition to that, the deployment wizard will also walk you through your options for migration. We can migrate your email, calendar, and contacts from email systems such as Microsoft Exchange, Yahoo Small Business, and any other webmail client. The business version allows you to sync up with your desktop clients such as Microsoft Outlook and any of your smartphones, whether they be iPhone, BlackBerry, and of course Android. So you'll be able to continue to use the devices and applications you are accustomed to. And remember that this is an active two-way sync. It doesn't matter where you make your changes, it will be reflected in all of your devices. Though most of our users can get set up on their own, we're here to help if you need it. Watch the next webinar in the series, specifically discussing setup tools and how-tos. Hopefully you have a better sense of what Google Apps is all about and what we can do for your company. We hope to see you using apps soon. To sign up, visit google.com/a today.